Welcome to my next update of my playthrough of Napoleon at Leipzig. We've just finished the night of the first day, so we're just about to start the second day. So I thought I'd give you a rundown of what's happened and what's been happening, and maybe some idea of some plans about what I'd like to happen if the die go my way, of course. That's always one of the problems with this game. Activating commanders and making sure they can do what you want them to do. So we'll start at the north of the battlefield and we'll work our way down. So up here in the north, we still have Blucher and Ney slugging it out, really. Blucher's been quite active. Last turn he was activating 4 corps and being able to engage with 4 corps. I have 4 corps here. Unfortunately, one of those corps, Langren's, is out of his command range, so I could only use 3 corps. Now pushing towards Leipzig, but a quick intervention from the 1st Corps of the Young Guard pushed both Sacken and York's men back. So we've come to a bit of a stalemate in this area. Things have been reorganised. We're getting ready to start the next day. During the night, there was no combat, but units can't move into zone of controls and they can't leave zone of control. So you're sort of quite static, really, as you're getting ready for the next day's fighting. Nothing really much to do at this end, rather than just wait for the day to begin and the fighting to start. Moving a bit further along, here we are at Leipzig. The Austrian 3rd Corps and the Austrian 1st Light Corps had a bit of success pushing back some of the Leipzig Observation Corps. And they're sort of threatening, in a roundabout way, they're threatening to get closer to Leipzig, though there's some big rivers here that they can't cross. This is the area that they're really after, is these bridges. The only way really through the swamps and into Leipzig from this position is through them, but doing that means you have to take this chateau. So it's going to take a bit of work to get through here, but it's good to put a little bit of pressure on and force the French to keep a little bit of an eye on it. But at the moment, it's not so much of a problem. Right at the top of the map, we've got reinforcements coming in. As you can see, that's the French 7th Corps. I'm thinking of marching them down this road all the way down here to Leipzig, and then using them as a sort of a centralised reserve here. And they could come across here to help if they're needed. Ney, Murat, or Napoleon over there could actually use them as well if needed. So moving down the line a bit, here we can see the Russian Guard and some of the Prussian Guards. They're the ones with the R's on them, just around here. They've been pushed back a little bit actually by 11 Corps here, and the 2nd Corps of the Young Guard have been used to give them a bit of a just halt them really, and they're halted here. They are the closest though to Leipzig, so maybe some effort. Allies may make a bit of an effort through this area. We've got some more troops back here. We've got Barclay who's moved across to take over here, and going all the way back down here, we've got the Austrian Grenadiers who moved back here out of the way of all the French and have just reconstructed 2 of their lost units, come back at reduced strength, which is good, and they can be thrown back into the battle. Now moving up here, you can see we've got the Prussian 2nd Corps and we've got the French 2nd Corps. They're both sort of isolated. Napoleon's just up here and he's trying to move himself into range of the 2nd Corps because he'd like to get 2nd Corps moving, so they're sort of just stuck there, not doing anything, and I can't seem to activate them independently, thanks to the dice. And it's the same here for the Prussian 2nd Corps, so Barclay, who's off screen but down a bit, may move up to try and put these guys into command, because it's quite a powerful corps, and they could do some damage. Now, moving around here, we've got Prince Schwarzenberg and the Russian General Wittgenstein. Wittgenstein. Wittgenstein's been losing quite a number of units, and I wanted to reconstruct some, but I can't because he's too close to he's trapped by French zones of control, and he can't get out of them. He's going to have to attack next turn because attacks are mandatory if you're in someone's zone of control, which may get him to retreat and may actually free him up, and I can push him back and try and reconstitute some of his units. Up here, you can see the 9th Corps have sort of flanked the Austrian 4th Corps, have sort of blocked this area here, so there's no Allied units who are going to come around the back here and try and break the French supply line, which goes through this part of the map. 5th Corps sort of here. You'd like to hold that river, but the Austrians are on it, or the stream, but they're just sitting there. Napoleon's moved here because he's been pushing the Old Guard. The Old Guard have been pushing the Russians out of the way and pushing through here. I think the Old Guard is about to... What's hiding under Napoleon now? Some more of the Old Guard. I think the Old Guard are going to hold this part of the line. And just wait and see where the Austrians make their next attack. Just sitting off the map here, as you can see, is the Austrian 1st Corps. And they're about to come along this road. And they could just drive into the French 2nd Corps here, or try and come across. Well, they actually can't. There are no bridges. They're going to have to come either along here, or they're going to have to come into here, and there's no bridges to get across these rivers. There's one there. There's one there. They'd have to come up to here and go down to here to come down here. And it's a pretty long way. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that they can come straight on and possibly come straight into the action. Now, their commander has a 3 initiative, so it's sort of a 50% chance that you're going to roll enough under 3 and get him activated. But, as I'm quickly discovering with this game, don't bet on it, because it's not going to happen. Over here you can see the orders for our 2 French commanders. So, Murat is on a local offensive, which means he can move with 2 corps, he can attack with 2 corps. Ney has a general offensive, he's got 2-2. Now you have to meet both those objectives, those limits. So he has to move with 2 and he has to attack with 2. It can be a little annoying when you don't want to attack, but at the moment, because the Belgica is getting so close, it's actually quite good to throw some troops in the attack. As you can also see here, the 1st Corps cavalry, which were right up here with 9th Corps, have now moved down to here and are hanging around for Ney to use and possibly back up some of his troops here. That's pretty much it. Just looking at I might as well look at the Austrian, the Allied commander. So there's Blucher, and he's currently doing 3-3, so quite good. There's Schwarzenberg, and someone's put a rocket up him because he's doing 2-2. And there's the Tolley, who's doing 2-2 as well. So that's pretty good. We've also got Bennigsen and Bernadotte, but they're not here yet. As you can see, they're still sitting on the map. I'm still on the track. They're going to be coming in tomorrow. Now, one of the interesting things about this turn is we're going to get some rain, which means no combat in the middle of the day, near the end of the day, I should say. So that's going to slow things down a bit anyway. But looking down the line here, the Allies are pressing, but at the moment it feels like the French have them covered. There are times when it feels like it would be quite nice to have another corps, which again we've got one coming on the map. 3rd Corps has sort of stranded itself here. I got them there under Ney's command, and now they've run out of initiative and have just been stuck there. It might be nice to send Ney back around here. He might be able to get 4th Corps activated, and we'll get 3 Corps activated. We can actually do something with them. They're a wasted corps just sitting out here on the flank, just twiddling their thumbs at the moment. It'd be good to get them back into the battle. On the Allied side there, actually, the next few turns feeling like could be quite good. Blucher 3-3, the other commander's 2-2. We should be able to mount a little bit of an attack. The main problem, of course, is going to be that the Allied Corps are a little bit less powerful than their French counterparts. But hopefully we can, or the Allies, will be able to make a little bit of a dent. Up here, 4th Corps has been getting pushed back and pushed back. They might need to just form a defensive line and try and hold it. The Russian guards with the Prussian guards here seem to have possibly the best chance of punching through. But I don't know. That's not a given. I'd like to get 2nd Corps activated. I might have to move Barclay de Tolly around just to try and get them activated because they're sitting there and they're not doing very much. Okay, that's pretty much where we're up to now. And I'll speak to you when I've got another update.